Welcome back, guys. Well, as you seen last time, another day, and yeah, well, kind of burned out the saw. It was free. Can't really complain. So, it's one of those things. Tried it, used it, kind of old, and just burned up. Trying to cut quarter-inch stuff with it is probably not the best. It's probably better use for a bandsaw. Oh well. Stuff happens, so what do? Regroup, and we're back at it again. So today, weather's kind of so I got the luxury of actually working in the garage today. So got the Jeep out here, and we'll see how I get the rest of this thing done. Weather's kind of I don't really like working out there with the wind blowing around. Just kind of seems to blow the shielding away from the welds, and welds don't really come out that great. But I mean, the back end came out nice. I mean, for an amateur anyways. By no means am I a professional builder. I just build my own stuff and tend to overbuild it, so I don't really break it. So a lot of this stuff would probably work good with 120 wall stuff like that, but I'm hard on my stuff, so I tend to overbuild it. That way I don't break it, or at least not the first time I take it out. Anyways, so let me show you guys what I got rolling on, and where we're gonna go from there. All right, so check this out. So now got everything set up. All right, got this all installed, got the ends all extended out, that way they look good, can kind of protect our lights, and put that piece in. Got me a nice little piece. This whole piece opens and everything, which would be great, because once we get the tire on this thing and everything's going, because we're gonna put in that big old boy right there on the back of here, and 37 ain't a light tire, along with you putting it on a steel wheel. Nah, but like I said, it's a spare. So with that being said, I end up having it probably around this area here. Yeah, I know, sucks. Won't be able to see my stickers, so I have to put them on the side windows, but for now that's fine. We do with it. So end up having that in here. Probably gonna relocate this license plate over in this area. I got a bracket for that with a new light and everything, so we'll get that all put on and set up once we finalize where it's gonna go. And this side I do have another jerry can, so it'll end up being just like the Gypsy, and we'll figure out somewhere on there to put a high lift. But at this point, again, we might even put the high lift inside. Got the room, and so we'll just go from there. But for now, let's get to it, and I'll show you guys what we're working on. So go ahead and get out here. Of course, like I said, saw died, but this trusty old Ryobi still going. I mean, 3 years strong. When it goes, oh well, throw it away, go buy me another $30 one and rock that out till it's done. Of course you can get them fixed, but as cheap as they are, not really worth fixing them. So that's what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and cut us a piece, a couple side pieces, and then I'm gonna have to figure out something, because it is a lot of weight. So I think we're probably gonna go ahead and tie it into the hitch at the bottom, just give it a little bit more support. But for now, that's what we're doing. So I'll get this thing cut, and we'll go back up when we're mocking it up. So give me a minute. Right, guys. So we got it cut and mocked up pretty much where we're going to go. Get a couple finer measurements, make sure that it's exactly centered and where I want it to be. But you guys kind of get the gist. So we got her set up right now with little magnets holding her in spot, and we'll go ahead and get everything round up, cleaned up, all that stuff, because you're coming with a grinder. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but me, don't always get that stuff straight. So is what it is. That's why you got flapper wheels and grinding discs. Clean them up. So for now, we'll go ahead and get it set up, and take a couple measurements, everything of this. I'll go ahead and do that, because I have about 4 feet of this left, and of course I want a couple braces down the sides here. But what I am thinking is we're gonna go ahead and go from here down a couple spots and tie in this rear bumper. That way a little more support to the weight, of this, because after all, it was never meant for this heavy duty bumpers on these things. And with these things being unibody, you know, they're kind of flimsy, and so I think it's probably the best thing we can do is tied into the hitch. So I'll give multiple points of contact, and you know, just kind of make it rigid. So we'll tack it up and see if the bumper still flexes a little bit, and go from there. And then it'll also give us a nice spot, little reinforcement for our recovery points here. I mean, not like I've ever been stuck, but you know, let's say there's first time for everything. And well, she was built for KOH, so you know, who knows? We get out on that stuff, and we might have to be getting pulled backwards. We'll see. And so yeah, but anyways, I'll get you guys set up and we'll go from there. We'll start measuring everything up and cut a few more pieces, and you know, let you guys see what's going on. You guys, nice little pretty green tape that I got. So let's check this out. Look here. Make a 13. And then let's check this out. Probably a couple 5-inch pieces of work. So I'll go ahead and get this done. You know, so far it looks like these little side braces. You know, I go ahead and go with 13-inch piece on each side, course 45, and then the same for the bottom. Those will be about 5 inches. So I'll get those cut up and show you guys what it looks like when we get back. All right, got her done. So take a look. This is what old Mad Matt had in his brain here. So might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think it should work for us. So why don't you guys take a look. Not bad. So got the sides cut, everything mocked up, magnets holding in place for now. We'll go ahead and get it tacked here in a minute. But gonna finally go ahead and place that here, space off a little bit. That way the tire's about maybe a, I don't know, 1/4 inch off of that. And then went ahead and cut me some 1/4 inch plates. I'll go ahead and get those tacked in down here. And then of course I'll go ahead and run some pieces and box it in and get it done. But for now, let's go and get the welder set up so we can go ahead and get this tacked in, and then I'll probably call it a night because it's getting late. So
black boots, red coat, brown liquor, no swords. Some bad motherfuckers just rolled up. Yeah, firecracker, short fuse. I pull the plug out on you like a corkscrew. No limit, no curfew. Yeah, to get everything I want in this lifetime, and put politics on the front line. And if the song that I sing, it's always been you and me. Tell my baby it'll be another late night. Just work 8 hours after midnight. It'll break no sleep, and it's always been you and me. It's always been you and me. No money, no short change. You still hate it. Poor thing. Middle fingers up, tell you one more thing. Yeah, can't hear me, let me tone it down. I'm so violent, the voice all down. Don't go and violate, you don't show now. Yeah, to get everything I wanted in this lifetime, I had to put my belief on the front line. And every song that I sing, it's always been you and me. Till my baby it'll be another late night. I left work 8 hours. after midnight. No breaks, no sleep, and it's always been you and me. Like a raven on the grave, I get lost on the page. I'm in tune with my spirit, spoon, the day 18. The facts in the projects with the raps, white boy with the backs. From the sticks, I cross the tracks. Rock and roll, Rolling Stone. Daddy left his pistol home, loaded up, shooting bottles off the porch to his sons. I was told I was hurt, ain't blown to the surface. Loaded out on rockin' songs, with that shit up on the dirt. God gave me water, 2 sons, 1 daughter. I prayed and prayed harder, work harder, play harder. I visualize, put some pieces of my outlines. When they said I was out my mind, I put more goals in the pipeline. This is my time to get everything I wanted in this lifetime. I had to put my beliefs on the front line. In every song that I sing, it's always been you and me. Till my baby, it'll be another late night. I left work 8 hours after midnight. No breaks, no sleep, and it's always been you and me.
That didn't work. Oh well. Oh, so this is gonna hurt. That ain't working. Another day. Welcome back, heathens. So just got off work and getting ready to get back on the Jeep. So I'll show you guys what I've got so far. And well, you know, basically what it comes down to is we're gonna go ahead and make the rest of this mount ourselves. I debated on, you know, going ahead and buying one, and well, nah, I was like looking at all the stuff I got laying around here. I was like, man, I could build that. So why am I waste money on somebody else's talent and just go ahead and build my own? And hey, it's not going to be mass produced, not going to look like everybody else's, but that's not what we're going for. Going for crazy stuff that Matt builds. So there you guys go, take a look at what we got going on. So far I went ahead, took this 1/4 inch plate because I figured it's strong enough, ain't gonna bend or anything like that, and marked out my holes, drilled them large enough, everything like that. Yes, where'd you get your pattern? Well, measured it, and then after I got the holes, went ahead and checked against a old hub that I pulled off the Jeep. And well, as you guys can see, just took a hammer, put a lug nut on it, knocked them out. So I mean, this is what we're looking at right here, a little 3 pattern. Because why? Well, that's what I wanted. Ain't no sense in putting them all on there. But you guys can see, you know, it's in there nicely. So that's what we're going for. So nice, easy, and well, plan of attack for this one right, is going to actually be, I'm going to go ahead and take these that I knocked out of that hub. I'll knock out one more and go ahead, cut that plate out, get them pushed in, and check the fitment against the wheel. Make sure measurements aren't off because, well, everything's precise. We don't have one of those nice little mills and set up, you know, drill presses with the table and everything to do like a lot of the big guys do. Again, remember, all in the driveway, and luckily enough we did a little bit of work in the garage when the other half wasn't here, but for the most part it's all built here in the driveway. So again, we're gonna do it the Mad Matt way. So you can see, nice and snug in there, and go ahead and cut this out to the shape I want, and we'll check it against the wheel I got sitting inside and see exactly how it's gonna go. But hopefully everything's measured right, and so far it seems to be fitting good. So once we get those things in, get them tacked up, you know, put it in there, see how everything goes. Not bad. I mean, for an amateur at least, you know. So, and check this bad boy out. So one of the easiest ways to get these out, whether or not you're doing it on the vehicle or off the vehicle, take an old lug nut that you don't really care too much about, and go ahead and just thread that thing on all the way down. Pretty simple. Let's get this piece out of the vise, and then all I do is simply this. On top of my vise, the big old persuader. Wow, most of the time comes out first time, but this time it didn't. Give it another whack and see. As you can see, it's done. It's out. I mean, loose. So it'll stay. Guess you don't want to stay. So I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. Nope, sorry guys. Just putting it on with one hand wasn't working, but as you can see, got them. They're off. Pretty simple. And you look, no damaged threads. Now, would I put these back in the Jeep for something? No, not really. I mean, to be honest, they're so cheap. Just buy yourself a set of new ones. If you think you're ever going to snap one on the trail, keep it in the Jeep like I do. They're cheap. I mean, you're talking about a few bucks, less than $5 for a new lug nut and a stud. They ain't that expensive. So don't even try to reuse these. I mean, some people might, but you know, his little teeth are what actually bite in the hub. And well, as a youngin', I tried to reuse some that I had laying around, an old brake drum, and well, nah, I was regretting that later when I had to actually cut the dang thing off, because for a simple fact is they don't stay tight. And then when you start taking them off, well, they start spinning in the hub, and that's it, done. So yeah, don't even mess with it. Ain't even worth it at that point. Just new ones. Keep a couple in your rig like I do, and you're good to go. I mean, not even worth messing with. But now I got all three, and I'll go ahead and get that plate cut out, and I will be back and show you guys how it looks, how it's fitting. All right guys, so I'll show you, got the plates cut out, everything about ready to go ahead and tack these studs in and double check everything. So as you can see, set up, welder set up, of course in matte style. So we'll go ahead and get to this and go ahead and just get them tacked up, and then we'll check and see how they fit against the tire. See if we did good or if we messed up. Either way, we're gonna find out here shortly. All right, that's what we're looking at. Stacked in place. Let's go ahead and check and see how they fit against the actual bolt pattern. Say we messed up. Hey. Yep. Looks like we didn't mess up. So I'll call that one a win. So, all right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting welded up, and yeah, we'll be back at it again. All right, guys. I got that cut, and couldn't be happier. Again, I don't want to jinx ourselves, but it seems like everything today has been going pretty good, but ain't midnight yet, so we'll see. Well, take a look at it. Oh, that's nice. So cut it on a little bit of an angle, that way it can go ahead and just, you know, kind of tilt that tire back towards the Jeep a little bit. Make it a little bit easier mounting it, and then kind of keep it back against it. So I'm going to tack it in place and then mock it up on the actual carrier, see how it looks. So, and again, be back. Sorry, just don't want to be boring you guys with all the same thing and turn around and be like an hour-and-a-half video, and then nobody's going to watch it. So maybe if I get good and people like me, maybe, but right now, nah. So try to keep about 30 minutes for you guys or less. So skipping a lot of the boring stuff that I'm going to edit out anyways. So all right, peace, be back. Could be better. bed for the schmuck. Welcome back, guys. So got her finished, and I know you guys are just gonna be like, what the heck, Matt? You put a 37-inch tire on the back of that. Well, guess what? I did. Sorry. My Jeep. Remember, you can do you, I'll do me. So anyways, without further ado, couldn't be happier with this thing. You guys just check it out. Looks great. So came out so nice. Everybody says, without doubt. Let's see, look right there, 37. Thing's a monster, but yeah, came out great as far as I'm concerned. I mean, could not be happier. So once the entire time of owning this Jeep, I got a spare. I guess that little plate I put in there keeps it from rocking, but well, makes it a little hard to get on, but whatever, makes it a little more stable. So for now, that's it on the build. I'll be back later once well, I'm gonna say let's get more stuff, because I still have to, you know, go ahead and do something with this in here. I don't have a license plate, so I'm gonna have to put something. What, you know, what I'm gonna make, not sure yet, but for now, that's it. See you later, heathens.